Hello folks, and welcome back to Mad Law, the channel where we answer questions about your credit and the system of credit in the United States. Our question today is, what is the CROA? The CROA, or the Credit Repair Organization Act, is an act designed to protect consumers from predatory practices in the credit repair industry. Typically, credit repair organizations, or CROs, are businesses that promise to work on your behalf to help rehab your credit. But then why is there a piece of federal legislation that's designed specifically to target them? The answer will not surprise you. They're mostly a bunch of crooks. But I got a full breakdown and more right here. Roll the thing. CROA exists for literally one purpose: stop the financial abuse happening within the credit repair industry by credit repair organizations. Credit repair organizations have a notorious history. They have a history of overstating what their capabilities are, overcharging their clients for services they are offering, charging their clients upfront despite that being a violation of federal law. The federal law that states that CROs are not allowed to charge you for credit repair for 6 months after the start of your dispute. Tisk tisk. And the list goes on and on. So let's play out a hypothetical situation where a consumer is interacting with a CRO. Setting the stage. Let's say that Jimmy Bob and Bobby Jim are twin brothers. Jimmy Bob has always been responsible for his money and his use of credit. Bobby Jim, not so much. Because Jimmy Bob and Bobby Jim's names are so similar, and they likely share a lot of information, the credit bureaus have mixed the twins' info together. So Bobby Jim's bad decisions are showing up on Jimmy Bob's credit, specifically his credit report, and his credit score is now in the toilet because of it. But Jimmy Bob doesn't know this because he hasn't watched Mad Law's Errors versus Violations video yet. Link in the description. Jimmy Bob is looking to purchase a new fancy designer scarf. He looks to open a new line of credit in his name to make his purchase. He tries multiple times to acquire that new line of credit from a bunch of different places, but he is universally denied. He is understandably frustrated. Most people would be. So he searches the web for someone to be able to help him. He comes across Scamelot's credit repair services and thinks to himself, these folks sound legit. He calls them up and sets up an appointment. Hey baby, you're telling me that your credit's all messy. Why does the scammer sound like Bootsy Collins? I'm not entirely sure, it's just kind of where my mind went. I mean, come to think of it, I have been listening to a fair amount of Bootsy collabs in the past few weeks. Alright folks, as far as we know, Bootsy Collins is not a scammer under the jurisdiction of CROA. He brings us the funk. That's what he's responsible for. Why? Why does he bring us the funk? Because we want the funk. Gotta have that funk. Hey baby, you're telling me that your credit's all messy. Yeah, I can't figure out what's going on. Well baby, tell me that social security number of yours. Oh, and hand over an electronic method of payment and we'll get you started. Okay. How much is this gonna cost me? It's only $50 a month, baby. Oh wow, that sounds so cheap. What you don't know is I'm gonna charge you this fee every single month for like a year, maybe even more, which is actually violating federal law, baby. So what sounds like virtually no money is actually close to $1,000, which is a lot more money. Oh, and all I'm gonna do is maybe mail the same letter over and over again with the information you had to tell me. I wouldn't even know what to look for to begin with. I'm not a lawyer. Oh, I'm sorry, what was that? Oh, nothing, baby. Okay, so what do we next? Oh, baby, I got it from here. This whole thing is gonna take like 30 days. We're gonna get everything done. You'll be done within that 30 days and with that funky scarf wrapped around your funkadelic neck. Oh, wow. Could you reach out when it's done? I'm really motivated to get this scarf. It's amazing. You bet your funky self, baby. Talk to you soon. Hey, this is a message from Mr. Scamelot. My name is Jimmy Bob, and you told me you'd reach out when you had fixed my credit. I haven't heard anything in a long time, and I'd really like to get that scarf. Call me back. Thanks. Mr. Scamelot, this is Jimmy Bob again. I'm really concerned that I'm not hearing from you. Mr. Scamelot, again, this is Jimmy Bob. Call me back, please. Mr. Scamelot, this is James Robert Hypothalamus III, otherwise known as Jimmy Bob. I'm starting to think that you scammed me. You seem so trustworthy, and with a trusted name like Scamelot of all things. I'm very disappointed and very upset. You said you'd be done an eternity ago. You'll be hearing from my lawyer, the Attorney General, and the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau. Good day. So this may seem a bit theatrical, but honestly, stuff like this has happened does happen and will likely continue to happen more than you'd realize or probably like. Even the type of issue that we played out in this is something called a mixed credit file, which is a violation of the FCRA. Oh, and the issue type that we played out is one of the types you likely need a lawyer to help you remedy. Also, the initial dispute letter time frame is 30 days. So even if Scamalot sent those letters to the credit bureaus, they would have 30 days to conduct their investigation and get back. But don't you fret, there is a DIY credit rehab video in the works, so make sure to subscribe to the channel for updates on DIY credit stuff. If Mr. Scamalot was worth his salt, he would have been able to go through Jimmy Bob's credit report and identify that Jimmy Bob's information was being mixed with Bobby Jim's information, which should have been step one by the CRO. But in our firm's experience, you're dealing with a very low bar with these supposed legitimate credit repair organizations. So if you've had an experience with a CRO where you were charged up front, or can't get a hold of the CRO, or can't get any information about at what step your file is, or continue to be charged despite closing your file with them, or something else that seems fishy with the CRO you have worked with or are currently working with, contact your state's Attorney General and the CFPB. The CFPB is the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau. Contact these folks and explain your story because that CRO may have violated the CROA in interacting with you. You can find the link for the CFPB in the description, and a simple Google search for your state accompanied by Attorney General, you will find your state's Attorney General contact information. Some states even have a hotline you can call. So, quick recap. The CROA is an act designed to protect you from predatory practices from illegitimate CROs looking to take advantage of you while you are looking for help and while you are disputing issues on your report. And have a funky day, baby. That's not from the scammer, that's from Bootsy. Well, not Bootsy himself, me doing like a pale imitation of Bootsy. Thanks for sticking around. Make sure to like, subscribe, and check out our other content to educate yourself about what the heck credit actually is. See you in the next one. Mr. Scamalot, this is James Robert Hypothalamus. Why did I say hypothalamus? That's not even a last name. Hypothalamus isn't a last name. Bobby Jim's names are so familiar. Not familiar. Who are they familiar to? Not me. Weirdly share, well, not weirdly, because they're brothers. They're going to share a lot of information. This is just a pain in the butt.